I probably thought I was gonna come in here ranting and raving, right? Nope. I turned a new leaf. Is that what they call it? They turn the leaves, some shit like that. Yeah, I turned a new leaf. I'm gonna be on here and I'm gonna be quick. I'm gonna be calm, cool, and collective. You feel me? All right, we got Luca out of here. Fire up Kyrie. Kyrie's 10K. That Denver defense is bad without Jokic anchoring it. I mean, I'm not saying he's a defender, but they're worse without him being at the rim. Kyrie's gonna be popular. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Don't watch a a live before lock show, right? And then they tell you Kyrie's gonna be popular, and then you fade him in your one lineup because you heard he's gonna be popular. These shows that you're watching are guys playing 150 lineups. They're not even opening the app. They're running a simulation. They're loading it straight into the contest. They're not even seeing their lineup. So don't listen. Don't take what people say and apply it to yourself if you're only playing one lineup. And I know that this is gonna affect some people because people don't have no idea that, especially if you're newer to DFS, they don't understand that a lot of these shows are people playing a lot of lineups. If you're playing one lineup, play the best players in the best spots to give you the most fantasy points. And if it's a lot of obvious plays, yeah, you could switch one of them up. You know, another good player that's maybe not talked about as much if you want to get a little bit different. But that's it. Because you're playing one lineup and you fade Kyrie because you heard he's going to be popular, and everybody else cashes, and you're curled up on your on your rug in front of your fireplace with your thumb in your ass, watching Law and Order Special Victim Unit because there's no more DFS for you to sweat. You're gonna be pretty upset. You feel me? So take it with a grain of salt when you're watching these live before lock shows. Fox is in play 9.4K. Harden's in play. You got decent point guards in decent spots, so you got a little bit of variety anyway. Trae Young's in play. I know we had a lot of assists again in this last game. I just want to see a shot. So he went from 7 to 12, 36 fantasy points. He hasn't hit 50 fantasy points in the last 5 games. I don't know if he thinks he's John Stockton or something. He want to just be handing out assists, but I'm gonna need him to shoot more. So until he starts shooting more, I'm gonna pass on him. I know the rise of Jalen Johnson is affecting Trae Young. Good basketball wise, not good fantasy wise for us if we want to play Trae Young. But we need our players to score the most points available. I'm looking at Trae Young, $100 less than Harden, and I know Harden's going to do everything possible to win that game by himself. I'd rather play Harden. Young has Johnson. He got Daniels. Bogdanovich came back. Hunter's coming off the bench. Trae Young has a lot of good options. Harden doesn't have as much. I'd rather play Harden. In this scenario, all right, Curry. What are they doing with Curry? He's probable left knee. All right, so he's probable. He's an okay play, but he still plays for Kerr, whatever that means. Dame Dollar's in a spectacular spot against Indiana, 8.9K. Jamal Murray, the ghost of Jamal Murray, 8.6K. I want nothing to do with him. I want absolutely nothing to do with him. If y'all want to play Jamal Murray, shove him up your ass. I want nothing to do with him. Maxey, if he's restricted, I'll pass on him too. Whatever the hell is going on in Philly needs to be studied. I'll pass on. I'd rather play McCain a little bit cheaper. I'm not going to pay $8. I'd rather just get $1,000 more and play one of these spender point guards rather than play a crippled, restricted Tyrese Maxey. Halliburton, another bitch. He's in a good spot, but unfortunately, he this is what he is. We thought he was, we thought he was the next coming to, Isaiah Thomas or some shit. This guy's straight trash, cheats. You see what I'm saying? Um, 1 for 7, 5 for 18. The this shit is diabolical. 18 fantasy points in 30 minutes. I could get more than 18 fantasy points in 30 minutes. This guy's a fucking fraud. He's a pretender. Who else is here? He should be 6,100. McCollum, if he's restricted, I don't want no parts of it. Van Vliet's been playing a lot better. Give me Van Vliet against Portland. I don't mind Jordan Poole. Derek White's an okay play. I don't know if Brandon Boston lost his sizzle, but he hasn't been really doing it for me. 18 shots, 25 fantasy points. What's up with that? I'm gonna give him one more shot to prove some shit, because he's a little pricey to be doing all that missing. You know what I'm saying? So he's got one more shot to show me that he can give me 40 fantasy points, or he can get the fuck up out my lineups. I'd rather play Dyson Daniels, to be honest with you, for $100 less. Give me Dyson Daniels 7 days out the week. Kobe White's an okay play. Schroeder, I don't mind. McCain's in play because Paul George is out. It's funny. Paul George, okay, I did see him hyperextend his knee. I did see the injury. He didn't come back. Okay, no problem. But, your team's in disarray. You haven't had no fire in your soul for years now. You go to... Let me make a long story short. But he was sure to be available for his podcast to run his mouth like a little bitch. Yeah. These guys' heart don't be in their game at all. Who else is here? We haven't even got to Paul George yet. That's the funny thing. All right, you got Simons. Another, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word for, I don't want to say a failure. What's the word for someone that doesn't meet expectations? I can't think of it right now, so here's another failure. 6.2K. I don't want him in my lineups. He's just a shit stain. Giddy. I don't know why they got him. They're doing the same thing they did with him at OKC. Like, it's like something. It's like you buying damaged products. Like, you treat him like he's damaged goods. Like, what's the problem? Like, what's the real problem? You traded for him like with some big thing. 18 fantasy points, 12 fantasy. Like, what's happening? What every team, like everything about the NBA is a cancer. I wouldn't even mind they shut the whole shit down, to be honest with you. Brogdon, what did he do when he started? Let's see. 19 minutes, 9 fantasy points. Man, I know people were mad. Wow. Shaden Sharp's in play. If Jokic is out, Westbrook's in play. One thing you'll never hear about Westbrook is him not having heart, him not having drive. He may not be a great 3-point shooter, but he tries. I can't say a lot. I can't say the same for 92% of the rest of this league. Drew Holiday is an okay play. The price is a little bit I can't think. The reason I can't think is because I wanted to say some other shit, but I'm trying to be calm right now. And if you played on FanDuel, you already know what I'm talking about. Drew Holiday's price is the only thing that's enticing about him. 5.3K. If he's the last man in, fine. Banton is okay. I don't mind it. McConnell, I don't mind if the rest of your lineup is fire. Dunn is stock dependent. I mean, he depends on blocks and steals. Porter, if you're desperate. The rest of these guys I'm not going to touch. Alfred Payton started and he played 22 minutes, 27 fantasy points. That's what he does. I was playing him since he was on Orlando. What was that, 2016, 2017? What y'all know about Alfred Payton? Triple-double machine. Stop playing with me. I think it was Orlando. All right, let's go to shooting guard. All right, where are we? Kyrie, we spoke about him. Brandon Ingram. Oh my, another one. Another one. Another one. Um, you just never know which game he's gonna show up. You're paying $9K for a guy that could give you 25, 30 fantasy points. If that happens, your lineup is over. You feel me? Just like that. Because in 2024 DFS, you need to get every spot correct. There's no room for error. None. There's no room for error. So if Brandon Ingram decides not to show up to work that night, you might as well just bend over. You see what I'm saying? You might as well bend over and fuck yourself. All right, who's next? Cam Thomas, Mr. Trade Piece. I'm not even gonna waste my breath on him because I have no idea what they're really doing. He might be traded. I don't know. We'll see. I said McCain is fine. Jalen Green. Like, I don't have nothing nice to say about Jalen Green. He's an underachiever. That's the word I'm looking for. Underachiever. Anthony Simons and Jalen Green are underachievers and failures. All right, who's here? Herder, I don't think I need on this slate. Braun is in play. Looks better if there's no Jokic. Klay Thompson. The ghost of Klay Thompson, 5.8K. I don't even want to really give him a bump with no Luka, but I'm going to do it because that's the responsible thing to do. He's just very limited. If Luka can go fire up Klay, he's 5 point. If he was 5'1", that would be a lot better. He's 6K. You need at least 30 fantasy points to at least be, at least cash. Have a shot to cash. He's in play. Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre's not in play for me. Kelly Oubre hasn't even shown up yet, so I don't even know what to tell y'all. Season started 3 weeks ago, and he's still on vacation. Buddy Hield, we could take that shot. He gets a bump if there's no Curry. I'm not interested in Kispert. Kamara is more for a defensive guy. Reeves' price has come up. I think I only want him if he starts. He played 40 fucking minutes, but nobody else was available. If Brandon Ingram is back, he's an okay play. Let me see. Let's do a little bit of deep dive. I know y'all like deep dive. Deep dives. Let me see. Where's New Orleans? The fuck is New Orleans? First of all, it's already a tough matchup. So McCollum might be back. That kind of limits Boston a little bit. Probably takes Peyton out of our lineups. Yeah, we got to just wait on news. There's too many questionable pieces. Trey Murphy's in play regardless of what's happening. Robinson Earl's in play, and if Missy misses, Robinson Earl gets a bump. And then we'll see what's going on with BI and McCollum. Okay. I'm still at shooting guard. All right, let's see. Carrington's an okay play, nothing special. I said Banton already. Just went over Reeves. If Quentin Grimes starts, do I want to play him? If Quentin Grimes starts, he's in play because of his price and no Luka. Luka's a boatload of usage. You feel me? Zaire Williams is in play. I don't want Green. I don't want nobody else from Milwaukee if Giannis and Lillard are in play. Hardy, if there's no Luka, if you're playing a lot of lineups, I don't mind them. But if you're playing one lineup, I'll be kind of risky. Lindy Waters, he starts. You still have no idea how many minutes he's going to play. Why? Because he played for Steve Kerr. All right, let's go to small forward. Tatum's in play. Brown's in play. DeRozan is back. He's in play at 7.7. Michael Porter. Let's see what he ended up with. I know he started off the last game 47 fantasy points. 14. How you go from 14 to 47 fantasy points? These guys should be ashamed of themselves. 3 rebounds, 1 assist. You're not getting nobody else involved. Come on. You guys are fucking professionals. It's not hard to get a rebound. These guys are 6'7", 6'8". Dennis Rodman was 6'6", 6'7". He got 20 rebounds a game. It's all about want to and effort. There's no reason why Michael Porter has 2, 3 rebounds when Jokic isn't on the floor. There's no reason for it. Fucking guys out there just fucking doing cardio. Cam Johnson's in play, 6.6K. Mathurin's in play, 6.4. Koulibaly, I don't mind at 5.8. Easton's in play, 5.7. I didn't even remember that Bay was in the league. Wow. I'm not interested in Avdia. Marshall gets a little bit of a bump if there's no Luka. Richard Sher, Bogdanovich, all the Atlanta wings are a little bit risky. All of them except for Johnson. He's the main one over there. If you're playing a lot of lineups, you want to throw in Hunter, Richard Sher, Trae Young, I don't mind, but it could go either way. Even with Capella and Okongwu, they could split 20. They could split 24-24. Okongwu could get the edge. Anything goes. So be careful with Atlanta. All right, let me see what else is down here. None of these guys are in play until we get more news. So let me go to power forward. Before I go to power forward, if you're new here, welcome. Appreciate you taking time to watch the video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Hit the bell, thumbs up the video. If you're struggling to cash, no problem. I can help you. Check out the Patreon link in the description. Check out the channel memberships right here on YouTube. Especially if you don't have time to wait for starting lineups. You don't have time to wait for all the last minute news that they've been doing every single day. I'll be able to help you out with that. Anything else should be in the description. And let's go to power forward. Let's go to power forward and let's wrap this up. Because I could feel the demon inside of me getting ready to jump out. So let me try to rush this before he does come out. Cause there's some stuff I want to say, but I'm forcing myself not to say it. Giannis 12-1 against Indiana. He should have 90 fantasy points. Fire him up. Jalen Johnson 8.3, absolutely in play. Siakam's in play, even though you never know what night he's gonna go off. Keegan Murray's another one that he can give you 14 fantasy points, or he can give you 40. He's in play, unfortunately. Kuzma, I think he's getting ready to do Miss Universe. I'm not sure if he's playing or not. Jeremy Grant, we already know how I feel about him. He's an underachiever. Washington gets a bump if there's no Luka. Bobby Portis is in play because of the fact that you got guys like Jeremy Grant and Kuzma and Keegan Murray that don't show up to work, but Bobby Portis does. So he gets a bump just because of that. He could give you 30 fantasy points in 19 minutes because he's done it before. Wiggins is sometime-ish. I don't mind him. I just want to see something. I'm looking for Sabonis. All right, Sabonis is good to go. So Trey Lyles gets bumped back down to earth, but he's 5,300, so he's unplayable. Sar playing a lot of lineups. Watson, a lot of lineups. Saric, if he starts. How many minutes did he end up with? 18 minutes. He started and played 18 minutes. I think he was in foul trouble. I'll go back to him. I'll rewatch. If I'm gonna play him, I'm gonna rewatch that game though, just to make sure. I'm not trying to throw money away. Bad enough FanDuel stealing all our money. Gotta try to hold on to our money as best as possible. Caleb Martin, no thank you. Javonte Green, no thank you. The Ghost of Kamunga. The Ghost of Kaminga, no thank you. Bobby Williams, you see what's gonna happen with Bobby Williams is he's gonna flip flop with Klingon. So when you play Klingon, Bobby Williams is gonna go off, and when you play Bobby Williams, Klingon is gonna go off. You gotta be very careful. I like that he's power forward eligible though. I think I might go back to Bobby Williams just for the fact that he had a down game. Everybody's gonna go to Klingon. He's gonna get 3 fouls in the first 2 minutes. Then Bobby Williams is gonna break the slate. That's usually how it happens. I don't know what's going on with Jabari Smith. Like, if they're gonna treat him like a stepchild, they might as well just trade him. Some games 21 minutes, some games 24, last game 30. You never know. I can't play guys like this. You don't know what's gonna happen. They really taking the predictability out of the NBA, huh? Yeah, go figure. This was once the most predictable DFS sport. It once was. They bent over backwards making sure it wasn't predictable. I said what I said. Who else is here? I don't see nobody else right now. Let's go to center. Let's wrap this shit up because I could feel the venom coming out of me right now. About to go from Miles Morales to Venom in about 2 seconds. Jokic, we'll see what's going on with him. I heard he was doubtful to come back, but we'll see. What did this say? He wasn't at practice, and he's questionable. Shit, I'll be with my little baby too. Fuck that. Embiid, all right. This is what I think. I think this is the Embiid spot. He's getting his legs under him. He played 35 minutes. He's still 10K. He's 2K, too cheap. If he is right. No Paul George. I think this is the Embiid and McCain show. Fuck Maxey. Sabonis is in play. Should be rejuvenated with a couple games off. Then Gooden is in play. Vooch is always in play. I keep hearing people say that Vooch is awful. What part of 43 and 59 and 39 is awful for a guy that's not even 8K? People be really trying to get y'all off of plays so they could play them. I don't be saying nothing, but I be seeing it. Vooch is not awful. I said what I said. I see it's coming out. Hope we can get out of here quick before I fucking lose it. Let's see. Sengun, Vooch, Zubac is okay play. Ayton, we'll keep an eye on him. He'll open up. Klingon and Robert Williams if he's out. Turner is just meh. Bobby Lopez. Brooke Lopez has been scoring more I can't fucking think. He's been more incorporated into the offense. But I still don't want to use my center spot on him, especially on DraftKings. I'd rather play him on FanDuel so I can get those bonuses for blocks. That's if FanDuel decides to work tomorrow. Lively, not really interested in either him or Gafford. Not interested in Simmons. He's another failure. Capella, I don't mind at 5'3". Okongwu, I don't mind at 4'9". Bobby Williams, Klingon if he starts. And I think that's going to wrap this up. And we made it without any craziness from me. Because I got some shit at the tip of my tongue. But I'm gonna spare some people. It's probably gonna come out in another video, but whatever. Listen, I appreciate y'all watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. Check out the Patreon link in the description. Check out the channel membership here on YouTube. Super chats are open. If you played FanDuel, my heart goes out to you, especially if you played in any big time contests, because I don't think it's getting refunded. I think what they're gonna do is They're gonna probably send everybody a $5 or $10 voucher. That way, that keeps you playing. But who the fuck am I? I'm a fucking nobody. What do I know? But like I said, if you played FanDuel, I'm sorry that you had to go through that. Everybody else, hope you had a profitable Thursday. Appreciate y'all watching, and I'll talk to y'all later. Ciao.